Let me see. So the main issue, it's a battle you'll have to get better at as you just keep going and progressing with art, which is anatomy, like general anatomy. But even more than that, is like the forms that you're drawing are a bit like he looks what's the word? He he looks like he would be like made of uh, what's the word? Not plastic, clay. He looks like he would be made of clay, and like his face is distorted in such a way. Let me show you what I mean. So when you draw here, so when you're drawing anatomy, you gotta think about the planes of everything, right? So you have the nose here, etc. I mean, this is a fundamental critique that I'm giving to you, not design wise, because I would have to see what's the design of Aatrox. Um, so, for example, when you're doing this, I can see that you're trying to like separate the structures, which is a good attempt. You just gotta practice a bit better on it, and making sure that the left and right side. I'll get to that in a second. The left and right side are um, the same. So some areas you seem to like grasp that aspect, which is good. Um, but some other areas, especially the eyes, I feel like the eyes are omega flat right now. So when you're drawing, you got to make sure that there's space for the eyelids um, here. And also the way you're drawing his nose is like very wide, which is flattening everything. It's like, fuck. Hold on. I made a mistake. I drew on the wrong layer. Hold on. Blah. Okay, good enough. Um, so when you draw like the eye, right now you're drawing like it would be flat, but the wireframe, so to speak, of the eye should have thickness to it and structure. And right now it's just a sheet of paper. Not to mention that left and right side of the eyes are different sizes and at different angles. So for example, I'll show you here. Blah blah. From one corner to another, from another corner to another. Um, at first you might not notice it, but the angle or the degree of how much one eye tilts versus the other. Eyes is one of those things that you gotta spend time on it because you'll see the issues ultra easy. Um, and the same goes with the eyebrows. Uh, so just the eye area, you really gotta like use reference, spend time on actually like nailing it. And when you're drawing an eye, so let's say you're gonna draw this eye here, right? When you're drawing it, you gotta make sure that there's like I'll try to like emphasize the 3D aspect of it. So here's an eyelid, whatever, and then I'll just do this, and here's the lower lid. So you really got to make sure that you have that 3D volume to your character. So I can see that you're shading it, you're thinking about it, you're shading in a way, but you're not going deep enough. So for example, and then of course the eye, is the eye, and then it follows. In this case, is evil. Then there you go. Yeah. But that's just one aspect of it, and then you have the eyebrow. So the brow structure is gonna be like the same. So if he had, I don't know if you're going for an inverted, like a concave shape here, but if it is, then you gotta really like push that too, so that it reads like that. Like like the form. This was like a 3D model or whatever. You can tell whether it's curving in or it's curving out. And then when you paint over, let me hide that. What I'm talking about, it applies to everything on the face. By the way, the head is like omega gigantic here at the top, but could be just the hairstyle, I guess. But when you're painting a shape, so for example here on the side of the face, or no, actually like where the shadow is, even though there's a shadow, you should still offer us, the viewer, some visibility to the forms here. And again, it's what what I was talking about here, and what I was talking about on the eyes too. The moment that you start rendering, I'm thinking about the planes of, here's the maybe the corner of the eyelid, and here might be a bit of a, again, this bounce light from, I don't know, either the sky or something else, or just the environment in general. But and then you need to go deeper. You go a little too deep on the eyes, to be honest, like as far as values go, you know. So sorry, you go too dark, not deep. Deep is different. But I'm gonna try to fake this here as much as possible and give it a crease. Wait, let me flip so that it's easier on my hand. There you go. All right, there you go. So I'm not gonna fix your image for you, but I'm gonna render what you have and pretend it has like more like forms to it, at least the way you drawn. Um, then like the corner of the eye should have some, and here too. So you start seeing a bit more like the forms of the. It's not like so dark, and there's like more volume to it. Of course, you want to spend time and not be like really messy like I am. Um, some of these I'm overemphasizing for the sake of like showing you exactly what I mean, but you can, even if you go subtle, it does make a difference, you know. So here for the hair, right? And I would have just keep on going really for this. And also I love this brush. This brush is it's very very nice. It's like a good crease brush. But like the hair here, why is the hair black and not blue as well? It's kind of odd to me. So I'd probably make his hair blue and have some of the light like actually show. God dang it! Show to him. I was about to say the brush is so good. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't even know why I'm explaining this to you, because you could just download the brush and it instantly makes you better, because brushes make you better, and I wouldn't even have to explain it to you. But here I am explaining it to you. Um, and so I'm doing just a little bit here of the values, right? And then like the nose, there's a lot of areas that like I still feel like you're going too dark. I would have even just brighten it up. You know what I mean? Like we can actually see what the hell is going on in the shadow side. And then the way you render the hair, um, so the face would have a lot of volume, but everything else is like falling behind. It doesn't have as much volume, so you're gonna have to fix that too. Um, that means like the horns would have to have deeper, darker shadows, but also go brighter and like have some ambient lights here and there, you know. So you start adding a bit more form to your images, instead of like you're actually separating the forms, the division between what points up, you know, like does this point up, does this point down, and there's a clear separation from each, as long as there's a big degree, which it looks like there is. So if I just follow these lines, you're showing me the angle of the degree of turn of the horn, and even the structure, I I would take a educated guess based on studies and things like that that definitely these two, like, it needs to, separation needs to be higher, you know. So and of course the hair, like I was saying, like the hair needs to follow the same thing. So here would definitely like be darker, but here you would like increase its brightness, like here, right? So whatever points up towards the light source would get brighter, whatever points away gets darker, so on and so forth, you know. So yeah, there you go.